You belong on every ground your feet grace, so don't ever feel out of place. Take up space and belong. This earth is your birthplace.
Hey loves, welcome back to the Sensual Genius channel. To continue my 5 series, I'm going to give y'all 5 romance thrillers I love. Now, I love me some horror and I love me some romance, but put them together and you have a match made in heaven, which is romantic thrillers. I love them so much. So the first one on my list is Perfect Addiction, and Perfect Addiction is the movie that I recently did a review on, the one that I saw on Amazon Prime. That was a really good movie. That was one of the best romantic thrillers that I've seen in a very long time. It had me literally sitting up in my bed watching it, like nibbling on my fingers trying to see what's gonna happen next. But I feel like it had the adrenaline in it. The storyline was really good. This girl trying to fight her addiction to her cheating boyfriend who cheated on her with her sister, by attaching herself to a boy who was also a MMA fighter like her boyfriend, and trying to train the boy to be better than her ex, but ends up falling in love with the boy and realizing that she was addicted to her ex still. Even though she left and she poured her energy into somebody else, it was still because of what he did to her. It was still because she wanted revenge. So she still was addicted to him. And also her sister became addicted to him too. And she was giving that girl such a hard time when you were just her, bro. How can you not understand when you were just like her? Just a few weeks ago, you were in her shoes. Now you're treating her like she's stupid. She's young, just like you. She's young and dumb, just like you were when you were with him. And you still are. She was so addicted to him and she did not realize it. But it was so good. Like, having the MMA mixed with the romance, it made it seem really kinky. Like, it had that element of kink, like a BDSM type of vibe, but not the grapey kind, like 50 Shades of Grey. Not that type. But it was a really good movie. Like, I really liked it. Also, if you want to see a thorough, detailed review, you can check out the video that I have. I probably will link it if I'm able to. But the second one on my list is Toi 2 Pandora's Box. Now, Toi is a series of romantic thrillers where it explores the theme of poly relationships and inviting people into your bedroom and it becoming fatal, it turning fatal for whatever reason, whether that's jealousy, whether that person ends up becoming obsessed with you, whether your partner ends up being jealous because of the attention that you're getting from the person. But in this particular movie, the doctor was basically roped into a scheme that she did not see coming. Her husband hires his college friend to have an affair with her and get it on camera so he can divorce her and get half of the money her father left her. And then they send this woman in to get information on her, but the woman ends up telling her what happened and what's going on, give her the heads up so she could protect herself, which was great. But she ends up, like, I ain't gonna say falling in love with the guy, but he ends up falling in love with her and having a change of heart when it came to his scheme with her husband. He decided that on her behalf he would get rid of the husband, and she let him do it, and he played right into her hand and ends up getting locked up. Like, it's such a good movie. Michael Jai White is one of my favorite characters. Actors. Monica Calhoun is also one of my favorite actresses. And the two of them on a movie together just was a treat for me. Then they had so many beautiful people in the movie. Tyson Beckford, the girl from off of the Players Club, Ronnie from off the Players Club. Beautiful people. And also Victor from Off the Young and the Restless. His name was also Victor on there. Like, this man only knows how to play one character and he plays it well. But it's such a good movie. It's suspenseful. It's erotic. Like, it's just, I don't know. When I first saw this movie, I was instantly in love. And I was young when I saw it. But it also aged well too. The Pandora's box, the sex club theme, um just all of the elements that they had, like the fatal attraction, the man who the schemer ending up falling in love with the damsel in distress, or with the unsuspecting victim, I guess you could say, and getting played by her, never actually seeing it coming, because he feels like this lady is green, like she don't know what's going on. Like, he thought he was in control and he got played. And it was so beautiful to watch. Like, I love that movie so much. I would literally play it out. Number 3, The Perfect Guy, with Sanaa Lathan, Morris Chestnut, and Michael Ealy. Like, Michael Ealy plays an amazing, crazy person. Like, he's so good at it. But just like seeing him transition to being the perfect guy, to being like I don't want to say crazy, this psychotic person who had like a short fuse. It didn't take much to piss him off and make him go off and do some violent stuff. Like, he was violent. She saw signs. And one thing that I really respected about this movie is when Sanaa Lathan's character saw the first sign of violence in him, she distanced herself from him immediately. And he hated it. He hated it. He hated that he couldn't get his way and he couldn't have her. And I really respected that they wrote it like that, because it usually takes women a long time before they actually pull away from somebody. But the first sign of violence, and this is when he attacked somebody else for talking sideways to her. And he felt like she was supposed to feel, like, oh, you fought for me. And sometimes women will feel like that and they will get caught up in, oh, he protected me, when really you needed to see that as a red flag. But in your mind, it was a green flag, because they have told you that men are supposed to protect you and that you're supposed to be thankful for that. And sometimes that protection is not really something that you even really needed, because all he did was he say something about her car or something like that. I don't know, something. He just went too far. It wasn't that deep. And sometimes it's okay for somebody to protect you, but when they go that far and be violent to that extent, red flag. And you should see that as a red flag. You should not be flattered by something like that. You should be terrified, okay? And the fact that she peeped game at the first sign and got out of there, I respect it, because that's usually not how it's written. But number 4 is When the Bow Breaks. This one was really good. It was like those Lifetime Movie Network movies, but actually good. Like, it was a good storyline. It was well written. The characters were well written. They weren't your basic stereotypical like characters or whatever. It just was a good movie. Like, and the girl who played the surrogate, she did such a good job, bro. She did such a good job. But I really liked it because it was suspenseful. Like, we knew who was the person that was behind everything, but then she had that like innocent face, but she was really a disturbed person. She was really a traumatized person who wasn't mentally well from a lot of the things that she had gone through or whatever. And they should have did a thorough background check on her when they first pick somebody. I feel like when you picking a surrogate, you gotta be thorough, because there's too many instances where things like this have happened in real life. And like, what if that woman gets attached to that baby? What are you gonna do? Like, it's just a sticky situation to be in. And I feel like that movie was just so good. It was so good. Regina Hall and Morris Chestnut had amazing chemistry together in that movie. I really loved it. But also Morris Chestnut had really good chemistry with the girl. I can't remember her name, but I think her name was Anna in the movie. He had really good chemistry with her too. Like, so part of you is like, is like he gonna step out on his wife? Like, is he gonna fall for it or whatever? But I really respect the fact that he didn't. He was being really nice with her, and I do feel like at times it was too much, but I also understood why. Like, she was carrying his baby and he was attached. Like, he was attached to her, and I understood it, but at the same time, he didn't betray his wife, and I respected that. You don't have to always write characters who do exactly what we expect them to do. Like, sometimes they could be good people and they don't have to betray the person that they're with for this to be a good movie, and I'm glad that they went in that direction. But the last one on my list is Cruel Intentions. Y'all, I loved this movie. Like, when I was a teenager, I think Cruel Intentions came out like the early 2000s. I loved it so much. It was so like scandalous. High school students who are like the stepsister was on coke. The stepbrother and the stepsister had a weird relationship with each other. Sebastian and the girl had a weird relationship with each other. Like, y'all are not supposed to be like acting like this toward each other, but that's normal on that side of town. That's normal. But like, just the lengths that he was willing to go just to have sex with her was so weird. And the fact that she got pissed off when she realized that he actually liked that girl, and the fact that she played things the way that she did and got him killed was crazy to me. She took things too far just because she was no longer the center of his attention. And when you had his attention, you was playing cat and mouse with him. And then as soon as somebody else got his attention, now you want it back. That is sick. Like, she was sick. Both of them were sick. And that movie was a little rapey too. I'm gonna say that. That situation with the girl Cecile and like what he did to her, and her telling him to do it, him doing it, and then her basically gaslighting Cecile and telling her that basically it was a good thing, and you know, it was sex, but like, I think she did it to blackmail the girl or something like that, to blackmail her. Like, she just was obsessed with ruining people's lives. And I was happy that at the end she got her just due, because what she did was messed up. And a lot of times things like that happen in real life. Bullies, you have bullies, people like that will like instigate stuff and get people hurt, and even it becomes fatal even, and they get off because they're kids or whatever. But even with all of that, like the drama, I love that movie. One of my favorite movies. From like the fashion and all of that, like, I don't know, it's just one of those nostalgic like movies that kind of like put me in a mood when I'm watching it. But that's the end of my list. Let me know what you think about this list. Also, do you have any favorite romantic thrillers to add to this list? Let me know what they are, and let me know why you chose them. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Before you go, check out my website at srgrahamwrites.org and subscribe to my mailing list to get exclusive updates on works in progress, other news, and blog posts. Thank you.